Hello, hi, hey, how's everyone doing? You've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, we all know why we're here. It's time for Start Attack to choose my September TBR. So, if you are new and do not know what Dart Attack is, first of all, hi, welcome to the channel. Second of all, I will link down below all the original videos, but you will notice Dart Attack looks a little bit different now to how it looked back in the day. I live in London, I have a tiny flat, I could not bring my massive dartboard, so I have a little magnetic one, which you'll see in a minute, which has had an upgrade from last month when this came back. It still looks like a shambles, but it's a colourful shambles now. But very simple principle. I throw darts at a dartboard, that gives me a prompt, that prompt tells me what I need to read. Very quickly, before we get into September's TBR, I'm going to run you through not what I read in August, there will be an August wrap-up coming soon, but how I did in August for fulfilling my prompts. So, last month I had 7 prompts, and I will run through which of those I have fulfilled and which of those are not done. But there are no wins, there are no losses, this is all just good fun. I have said my reading at the moment is so variable. I can have a good or a bad reading month, a good or bad reading week at a moment's notice, and what I feel like I want to read is really variable. So this is all just good fun. It helps guide me when I don't know what I want to read next, but we're not going to get stressed about it. So the first prompt I had in August was a fail, was ebook. I've not touched an ebook all month. I don't know why. I almost did. I was at Reading Festival last weekend and I almost picked up an ebook whilst there and sitting and chilling, but I didn't. Not a strong start, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Second prompt was song cover art, and I did go with one of the ones I mentioned in that video that I might do, and I used a song Brush by Troye Sivan, and I went with Natural Beauty. I will talk about this book many times. If you have not seen my 24-hour reading vlog where I read this, A, go watch that vlog, plug it, it'll be up there somewhere. Secondly, please read this book. It is amazing. This is a new favourite book ever. I love it. I'll talk about it more in my wrap up. It's like slightly weird, slightly creepy, slightly dystopian, lots of talks about the patriarchy and what society expects of people. It's great. So good. My next prompt was Shiny, which I haven't completed particularly well, but I read A Darker Shade of Magic, which I'm going to count, because the spine has foil on it, and that is close enough for me. Next up, really original, was Series, A Gathering of Shadows, the second book after A Darker Shade of Magic. It is the second book in a series, it counts. Next up was Hyped, and I did reread Red, White and Royal Blue before the movie. I've added even more tabs to the ridiculousness that is this book. This was like my 4th read of this book, but it's a very hyped one, and with all the movie hype it felt apt. Then for standalone, I read Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. I read many a standalone, but I'm gonna say this is the one I used for that prompt because I have it here. And then the last prompt was non-fiction. I've not completed any non-fictions, but I have made progress in the Elliot Page memoir Page Boy and in the non-fiction memoirs from non-binary people book, which I don't have to hand, but I mentioned in my last TBR. So progress is being made. I'm not quick with non-fiction, so we're going to take it. So technically, 4 out of 6, 5 out of 6, it will do, but pretty much let's get straight into September. So I don't have any particular reading plans in September other than one book, and that is a book I mentioned last month, The Fragile Threads of Power. As you saw, I read the first 2 books in that series in August. Depending on how the next few days go, I may have read the third as well. I have not had time to get to Threads of Power yet, however, so that will be going on September's TBR for certain because it comes out, I think, on the 23rd of September, so I want to get it done around about then. Other than that, I have some vague things I'm interested in, but I had that last month and then read none of them, so we're not going to be too fussed about that. I'm going to pick out a new prompt to go on that board, and then we're going to start throwing and see what we get. So, to replace the prompt that is currently missing from the board, oh, these are all different ways up. That's not helpful. So I'm going to replace the light orange prompt, which is where I believe we finished last month. I don't know, I took the cards off to paint it and then put them back on, so I'm not sure I put them back in the right place. But, you know, I don't know what they are anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, we're going to replace it with, oh my god, shuffle. Let's go with this one. Okay, sorry that I am horrifically badly lit in here. There's not a whole lot I can do about it in this room, unfortunately. But anyway, the other camera is set up. The prompts are on the board. Let's do the first throw and see what we get and see what books I might read for it. I missed. But we have hit the purple prompt. I don't know whether that counts. We're gonna throw it again. I don't think that counts. And I didn't say this at the beginning, but same as last month, if I hit any color twice within this game, then I will add a throw. I'm starting with 6 throws because that feels reasonable. I'm also gonna say if I miss 3 times, then I have to add a throw. So I'm doing a little miss tally, and that was number 1. Let's try that one again. Either dark blue or like light blue turquoise. Okay, it's like a millimeter, but we're going with light blue, which is someone's favorite of last year. Okay, I'm gonna insert a clip here of what I'm gonna go with because I need to go like watch some people's favorite videos to find a good option for this, and my phone is currently filming. So we are going to not do that now, and I'll insert a clip here for you guys, it will be now for you guys, of what I'm gonna do for that prompt. Hello, Maddie from the future to select a best book from last year for this prompt. I am going to screen record, hopefully on my phone so I can insert it here, but we'll see if that works. And I'm going to start with Alison Pages because I've been loving her content recently, and I know one of her favourite books of last year is one of my favourite books of all time, which is Psalm for the Wild Built. So let's see what else she loved and if any of those would be a good option for my TBR. Okay, I'm actually not going to screen record because it's really difficult on my phone, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to pan through and see what we can find. Okay, so I've just done a quick scan through. I'll link the video and Alison down below. And there are 2 books which I own, but they're both ones I've read and I know I love. So glad to see our tastes line up, but probably not the best contenders. And those are A Psalm for the Wild Built and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. So none of the other books I own, so we're gonna have to try someone else. And I'm gonna try, I think, the book Leo next. Okay, I've just panned through the book Leo and none of those books do I own, so we're gonna give Ashley Frolic Through Fiction a try. Okay, let's see. Come on, Ashley. Do me a solid. Okay, again, I own none of those books. The closest is Ashley has the Atlas Paradox on her list, and I have the Atlas 6, which is the first in that series. Questionable, but possible. This is harder than I expected. Becca. Let's see if Becca comes through. Oh my god, why does no one have books that I either haven't read or own? This is very unhelpful. The only other video I have saved is Kayla from Books and Lala, so let's see if that works, and if not, I'm gonna need to go find some more videos. Why do I own none of the books that people whose content I watch liked? This is so unhelpful. Okay. None from Kayla either. Again, I will link all of these people down below. Let me go find a few more videos. Okay, we're trying Elias next. Nope, no luck with Elias. Who else do I watch? Okay, we're trying Sid next. I love Sid's reading taste, so let's see. Okay, I've watched this video before, but do I remember? No. Come on, Sid. I've either read them or I don't own them. Okay, we're gonna try Books with Emily Fox. She has a prayer for the crown shy. I haven't read that yet because I need to reread Psalm. Do I just do crown shy? I don't want to commit to that. Okay, you know what? I've just scanned through like 10 different videos and not a single one other than prayer for the crown shy, which I'm not ready to read yet because I need to reread and annotate Psalm first, works. So we're taking a new strategy. Everyone watching this video, list down below your favorite books of last year. List me 2, list me 10, list me 20. I do not care. And hopefully one of those books will be one I own. So I'm gonna need all of you because this is not going well for me. So please tell me some books you loved from 2022 down below, and hopefully I can read one of those. And to replace that prompt, we are going to go with, oh my god, that one. And on to throw number 2, dropping the dart. It's going well. Pink. And pink is ugly cover. Ugly cover, that's really contentious. That stresses me out to have to pick something for. I have an idea, but I might go see if I can find some other options. The idea is A Room Called Earth by Madeline Ryan. I'm not gonna lie, I actually quite like this cover. I think it's quite vibey and cool. But it's a lot. But I'm gonna go see if I have anything with like an actual ugly cover. I don't think I do. Okay, I have 2 more options. I don't think it's fair to call any of these books ugly. I'm realizing I just don't buy books if I don't like the cover. But these are probably 2 covers I don't love. One is You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. It doesn't speak to me. I like the spine, but the cover's just never spoken to me. And then another is Acts of Desperation by Megan Nolan. Again, it's nice. I don't dislike any of these. They're probably just my least favourite. So I guess one of those three or something else entirely. And replacing that prompt, we are going to go with a really bad shuffle and this one. Okay, throw number 3. Is that a miss? Am I allowed to like knock it up and see if it hits a colour? I'm claiming that. That's on light orange. Okay, it is going to be blurbed. Okay, so I've had to do some searching, but I've got a few options for blurbed, and what blurbed means is that someone, an author or a person I like, has blurbed the book and said that they liked it and like they would recommend it, and that's on the book somewhere. So option 1 is Bellies by Nicola Dunnan, which Elliot Page has blurbed, and obviously I like his memoir and just like him as an actor and activist and person, so that's option number 1, and this is a queer contemporary story. Option number 2 is This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El-Mottar and Max Gladstone, which was blurbed by Madeline Miller and Martha Wells, both of whom I like. This is a sci-fi time travel queer story, which I have read before but really want to read again. It was on my list of possibles last month as well. We have In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune, which was blurbed by Seanan Maguire, and this is a dystopian, cozy fantasy something? I don't know. We like TJ Klune anyway. And finally, I've been considering picking up Gideon the Ninth to give it a second go because everyone loved the second book so much, so I'm tempted to give it another go. And again, this was blurbed by, I think, Seanan Maguire. No, V.E. Schwab, sorry. B.E. Schwab blurbed this one. A lot of tall books are blurbed by Seanan Maguire, so that was a guess. So 4 options there. Might read one of those, might read something else entirely, but those would all work. And to replace that prompt, we will go with this one. And throw number 4. Dark blue. Dark blue is... ooh, 2 times. Okay, so what 2 times means is I'll now throw another dart, and whatever prompt it gets, I have to pick 2 books for. I don't know whether that replaces a throw or not. We'll decide. I'll throw it and see. So quickly to replace that, before I do that throw, we're going to go with this one, maybe? Okay, so let's throw to see which prompt I'm going to have to complete twice within this month. Miss. Okay, that brings the miss tally up to 2, which is a bit scary, but let's see. Purple. Purple is... oh no! 24 hours. Okay, so the prompt is 24 hours, which doesn't mean a 24-hour readathon. I'm not doing 2 of those in September. What it means is I have to read a book in 24 hours, so read a book in a day, which, if we're being honest, isn't too hard because I read a lot of manga. For starters, I'm currently rereading the I Hear a Sunspot trilogy, I Hear the Sunspot trilogy series. There's 5 already out and the 6th has just come out. I've reread the first 2, I'm rereading the next 3 so I can read the 6th one, so any and all of those would work if I haven't already read them by the end of August. Another strong contender is We Had to Remove This Post. It's teeny tiny. That would work very easy. I think it's like 120 pages. Yeah, that could be read in a day without any problem. Realistically, any book under about 300 pages I can read in a day, as long as I've got a relatively clear day, which I have some of in September. So I think I can do that twice. It'll probably be 1 manga, and I might try and make sure one of them is an actual book, not a manga, so I don't feel like a cheat. But that's actually not too scary. Okay, replacing that throw, and then we will still do throws 5 and throws 6, but we're going to replace it with this one. Now, the problem we're facing is because of that, I've used up an extra colour, which is a little bit scary. I've used 5 out of 10 colours, so we've got like a 50-50 chance of repeating now, which is not good. That puts me in trouble, as I've already kind of had to add a book. But it's fine. I just need to kind of, I don't know, throw somewhere safe. Throw number 5 out of 6. I don't know where to go. Down there? Green. Green is safe, although that dart is hanging on by a thread. Light green is Hold over a year ago. Okay, Hold over a year ago. This is actually not too difficult. It's easier than it should be. Again, the Sunspot volumes would all work for this. Gideon the Ninth would work, Long Way to a Small Angry Planet would work, many books on my shelves would work. My biggest problem here is going to be remembering when the hell I got books. I'm not very good at remembering that. So, lots of options. I feel good about that, and that's a good challenge for me because I have been really bad recently for reading books as soon as I get them, which is good, or not reading them at all. So being pushed to reading older ones, not a bad thing. And replacing that prompt, let's go with, oh, I've got two. Let's go with the front one, which I think needs to go that way up. Okay, throw number 6. Fingers crossed this is the final throw. If I hit any kind I've already hit or miss, then I'm in trouble, so wish me luck. Up there somewhere maybe. Oh, pink! I've hit pink! Okay. Pink is... oh, dropped it. Contemporary. Okay, at least it's easy. There are so many books I could read for contemporary. I'm not going to go through them all again, but any of these would work for contemporary. About half of my shelf would work for contemporary. The Sunspots would all work for contemporary. Easy. Fine. Can do that. And replacing the prompt, well, it's really going to have to be the final time because I already have too many books on this TBR. This one? Okay, final throw. I hope, throw 7 for book 8. Let's see. Dark orange, that's safe. Dark orange is page number. Okay, so the way I tend to do page number is I get up a random number generator, which I'm doing now, which I can't spell. And I'm going to generate between 100 and 700, and basically it'll go to like the nearest 50. I'll get as close as I can, but if I got like 675, then I would choose between 650 and 700, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm screen recording, so it'll go up on the screen here so you can see it clearly. What's it gonna be? Ooh, 184. That's teeny tiny. So it seems I only own one book between 150 and 200 pages, which is surprising to me. I own a few that are just below or just above that, but only one that's right within it, which is How You Lose the Time War, which is convenient. But if I wanted to extend it a little bit, another option is Paradise Rot, which is like 150 pages or just below that, so very close. And we're beginning to get towards spooky season, and I don't really do spooky, so maybe. We'll see. Okay, so that is it. I'm gonna go through the prompts I have on my cute little Evil Plans notepad. And one thing I will say is the only book that I was even semi-interested in, which I have 0 prompts that fit at all, Fragile Threads of Power. The one book I have to read. It's so big. So this is just additional to the 8 books that these prompts are going to require. So wish me luck, and I might be using manga for quite a few of these. But the prompts that I got, and I'm gonna have to complete within the next month with whatever books I see fit, if I can, are Someone's Fave of Last Year, Ugly Cover, Blurbed. I need to do 2 books, which I read within 24 hours, Hold Over a Year Ago, a contemporary book, and a book with a page number close to 184 pages. I won't lie, quite a few of those are quite specific, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's fine. I'm actually quite excited for them. They feel like they're really gonna push my reading out a little bit, which I feel like I need at the moment. I'm really enjoying my reading, but I'm struggling to decide what to read, and I think that's one of the reasons I'm reading a lot of rereads at the moment. So I think something that will expand my horizons a little bit isn't necessarily a bad thing. But that is that. That is my TBR, or if you want to call it that, for September. Let's see how it goes. I will let you know my September wrap up and my October TBR, but keep watching for vlogs, subscribe if you want to see more content. If you've watched all this, as ever, put a dart emoji down below, and subscribe, like, all that jazz. But bye, and I'll see you in the next one.